Hey, welcome back to another Megiddo gaming video. This is me beating my head over and over testing out new things. I always like to test new things. You never know what's going to happen. Just like with my previous video on Combatants Maneuver, we didn't know that Cryptic made a change to it. It just happened. And if there hadn't been people to test it, well, then no one would know for sure. Only maybe a handful that may have discovered it. And I always like to share all the information that I find. Whether I find it, someone else finds it. I always like to try and point people in the right direction. Now, I never tell you that you have to make your build just like mine. I try to answer questions that you field to me with the information I have available and what I've discovered. But I never make it gospel that what I say or do is how you're supposed to do it. I never want to put someone in that type of bottle. They should always be able to be free to make their own decisions, find their own way, find their own path, and, maybe make discoveries. So, like me, and it's a hard stretch, but like Louis Pasteur, Galileo, Charles Darwin, we all thought against what everyone believed to be the norm. And they were successful. I mean, they made some of the greatest discoveries in history. Now, Neverwinter is hardly something to, consider a discovery that you find anywhere to be very important. But the game is important to some individuals. And so I always like to give any information, input, thoughts of what I think is best to do in the game. Whether it's making AD, a build, a strategy, anything like that. Now, there's also times where I'll spitball ideas. I usually do that through Facebook. One of them was I was thinking that, with Shadow of Demise being so important to Trickster Rogues, that maximizing the damage within those 6 seconds would be the best way to maximize your damage in total. Considering the fact that, percentage multipliers from companions and offhand weapons and things like that do not calculate on Shadow Demise's final proc. So I posted these two things in Facebook. And there was some good feedback, there's back and forth, trying to, spitball ideas, find the best options. And there's still testing that I'm going to do because especially if Cryptic's going to ninja fixes in, I cannot be completely sure, even if 1,000 other people test it, if it's correct or not. They may change it yesterday, 2 weeks ago, who knows? So, I don't mind taking time out of my regular gameplay to stand around and beat the hell out of dummies all day. Because not only do I want to know this information, but if I find out something important, I want to be able to share it with you. And I wanted to get this video out here because I received a response in one of my videos from Galactic Underwear, and I'll let you read it here on the screen. And he was given information that I was talking about in a Facebook page, and then decided to call me out on it in one of my video's comment sections. At no point did he try to reach out to me through Facebook. He just put this on blast on my page. And it's hard to gather in context when people text you or it's a post or anything like that, but it almost seems like a passive-aggressive way to say, hey, you don't know what you're talking about. He said, don't lead these people down the wrong path, but there is no wrong path. If you want to do Whisper Knife, and everyone knows, it doesn't matter, even Cryptic knows, that it's not the best option, then do it. It's a game. Feel free to play how you want to play. Now, if you're trying to be best in slot, maxed, fully, do the most damage possible, and you just want to follow a cookie cutter build, even if it's a build that everybody agrees on. I mean, right now for the Trickster Rogues, the Peanut Stabber Guide is the Trickster Rogue Bible. And there were people that took the time to test everything that's in there. And who knows, they may have missed things. People miss things all the time. I mean, especially if it's a power or an ability that no one ever thought to give a second glance to. But if we just follow those builds and we don't take the time to find things out for ourselves, there is a possibility we could be missing out on something that could help us even better. Not to mention that everybody's playstyle is different. And some people have poor internet connections and cannot keep up the proper rotations. They don't have a character they've been working on for over 4 years like me that has the max recovery and AP gain to do those types of rotations. It's not going to be feasible. So if there's other options out there, better options, easier options, I want to make sure that I find those for you. I've said this in many videos. I always want to give you all the options available so you can make the best decision on how you want to play. I never tell you that you have to play this way or that way. It is a game. Feel free to play it the way you want. And I'm going to continue to question builds and question the tool tips and question what I see in the game, because I'm not going to continue to run the same thing over and over and miss out on something. So sorry if this seemed to come off as a rant, but I just want you all to know that I'm always here to help you in any way that I can, and I never want to seem like that I'm forcing you to do this in a way you don't want to do, or try and proclaim that I'm 100% correct. Because just like in those Facebook posts, I said I was testing. I was thinking it's a better option and I'm going to test it further. And I am. I'm going to continue to test it and change. And I want you all to do the same. Don't just take what we content creators and the people on MMO Minds and things like that's the only way to do it and that is the best way to do it, because there could be a better way out there. You don't know. And there could be a better way that fits your playstyle. But I just want to make sure that you all know that I'm always looking out for you. I'm not trying to lead you astray. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to let me know, because I have no problem with any of you speaking your mind. But if it's in the context of something that I'm putting in a Facebook forum, it's not exactly polite to call someone out on their channel and almost in a way, passive aggressive or not, make you sound to be like you're not supporting a community. Because I support all of you in any decision that you make, whether you want to keep playing the game, you don't want to play the game, you want to play a different class. You can play a game any way that you have fun. And I'm an analytical person, so I'm going to keep testing. And I'm going to give you my results. And I am a nice guy, but if you push me, sometimes...
Listen, you fucking French. If I throw a dog a bone, I don't want to know if it tastes good or not. You stop me again whilst I'm walking, and I'll cut your fucking Jacobs off.
Thanks for watching. Click the left to see the previous video, click to the right to see another video, and down at the bottom to subscribe. And to stay up to date with what's going on with the channel, follow on Facebook and Twitter.